we see Stephen, again, he's this man full of faith and power. He, in all terminology of the scripture, he seems to be a compassionate man, yet seems to be a man who walks in heavy authority, but a humble man, a man who ideally is full of faith, full of power, wonders and signs being done everywhere. The religious have issues with him. The political people have issues with him, but yet nobody wants to touch him, again, because they see that there's something on this guy that it may not turn out well for them if they do something to him. So we now come to Acts chapter 7 and verse number 1. Then the high priest said, "Are these things so?" So everything they've been discussing, they brought false accusation against Stephen. So the high priest says, "Are these things so?" And he said, "Brethren and fathers, listen, the God of glory appeared to our father Abraham when he was in Mesopotamia before he dwelt in Haran." So the high priest is asking, are these things so? Stephen gets an opportunity to speak to these things. And instead of just going, no, yes, well, no, they were wrong, I didn't say those things, he is about to step into a history lesson.
Right.
He is about to lay out a history lesson, and it is going to make so much sense. It's going to speak to their heart condition.
Right.
And it makes so much sense when we get to the end of this history lesson of what has happened to these people he's speaking to.
Right. And it's another important aspect to understand, he's giving this history lesson because one of the things that they falsely are accusing him of is trying to throw out the traditions of Moses, as if he was disrespecting who Moses was at the beginning. So this start off, he's almost like, oh, you want to talk about Moses? Let's talk about Moses.
It's almost like somebody who tries to use the word as an argument against you, yet you have more of a knowledge of the word they're trying to bring accusation against you.
Yeah.
You have more knowledge of it. It's almost like somebody that kind of thinks that maybe you don't know that much about the word, and so they just kind of throw something out there, and then all of a sudden you just start going boom, 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 boom. And it's like, oh, I probably shouldn't have said anything at all, right? So Stephen, as you rightly pointed out, the accusation against him is blasphemy, not just against God, but against Moses. Mm-hmm. So he goes all the way back.
Right.
He doesn't start with Moses. He goes all the way back. And you have to realize that these names that he's bringing out for these religious leaders, these names are, in certain terminology, almost worshipped. These figures were almost worshipped.
Right.
Not just adhered to what they wrote or what they experienced, but they're almost looked at as these godlike figures as far as you talking about a religious Jew.
Right.